Wow, there's a huge lizard over there. Hey, it's Joe with Black Koi Water Features. I'm here with Connor. We're checking out this project that I built a decade ago, and it's one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites for a long time. You're in for a treat. Let's check it out. You've never seen this before?
Never.
Be prepared to be amazed.
I'm excited.
All right, come on. There's so many cool things about this job that make it unique. Man, like this is my favorite part. How that flagstone, I remember cutting that. Just the detail in there is so nice. How that moss is taken over. Just a great.
I would have never known you cut it either, though.
Yeah. I remember laying it out like in an area back over there on the other side of the property, and trying to make it work with the space that we had. It took some time.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, that's for sure.
And those are some thick cuts too.
Oh yeah, some 8-9 inches thick.
Yeah. And it looks really sick the way that you stacked all those little rocks in between the two big framing rocks.
Oh yeah, how the lichens like kind of make it look like it's all one rock, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's the idea in, you know, when that stuff takes over. I don't know, it just looks so natural now. I haven't seen this job in a few years, so it's nice to come back and see how it's evolved.
That's actually a highlight of this whole feature, in my opinion, is just the biodiversity.
Yeah.
The variety of plants and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he loves, well, both of them, both the homeowners, they love their plants. And they are great customers because they're always giving me plants too.
Yeah.
So
good people to know.
Yeah. So right here there was an original pond, and they built the bridge in the house, and he just wanted something different, something bigger. So what it was before was this little pond here and a little pond over here. So we made it much bigger on both sides. And then we wanted to carry a bigger waterfall, and then we had this wild idea. I had this wild idea. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And yeah, I mean, I just love it. I love the way it turned out. It's interesting too because I think he's only cleaned the pond out twice that I'm aware of. Maybe 3 times in 10 years. And I mean, he obviously takes good care of it. And maybe, and we have a bog filtration system up top. I think that makes a big difference, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's very clear water, lots of plants. I think everything living in here is very happy for sure. I want to jump in there.
I do too.
There's so many cool features to this pond. This is one of them here. So the idea is to have, like, my idea was like the dragon came up from the earth and kind of split through the earth, and that's why we have these sharp shards. And at one point we actually had fire going around it. That was pretty cool, but I think it ended up being a lot of maintenance to keep that up.
I think it looks better aged.
Yeah, water features do. They continually get better. Because especially in this situation with moss and the plants and having the right species around the pond will only make it look better in time.
One thing great about these is every month or so, I guess they look considerably different.
Yeah, they evolve and change throughout the season for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a passion project it is.
Yeah. Even the view from here just looks so nice. The water and the stream splitting. How the stream just splits. and goes around the oak tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every little section or something. I like the way the red blends with the green of the fern underneath it. I think it's a super pretty combo.
So I've never seen anyone else do this, but these are a stilby, and he planted these in the bog filter. I need to do that more often because I love that look. So this is the bog filter. This is the biological filtration system. So the water comes up from the intake-based skimmer, circulates around, slowly works its way through the rocks and gravel, and spills out the waterfall. And that's part of the reason why the pond is so clear. I remember when he showed me this, he's like, I want to incorporate this into the future. And I was like, let's turn it into a fountain. And here, it still is working. I think he said he has to clear the pump every once in a while to keep the flow going, but I love it. Coming along with all the rocks that they've aged, this is aged as well. It's crazy because when we were digging the pond, we unearthed it. And I had to leave the rest of the dragon in the pond. But, I don't know. What do you think that's worth?
$1 million?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah. So these are the slabs that we had to cut and fit in place. Cut, fit, chip. There was a lot of work, but I love it because the spacing is just so perfectly even, isn't it?
Yeah,
And the water just kind of flows through.
It's like a perfect meditation area. Or even like yoga, honestly.
Yeah. That was the idea, is to create like a little patio space here, but it's so beautiful. I don't know, like, you kind of want to appreciate it from over there than, like, I'd rather look at it than be a part of it myself, but I don't know, it's cool. Definitely my favorite part of the feature right here. So check this out. So we carved this out of one giant rock into this chair, the ultimate throne. Right? Little pet turtle.
Is it comfortable?
It actually is really
Yeah.
comfortable. I remember as we were making it, we kept sitting in it. Like, all right, that feels good. We like rounded that off a little bit. But I love how aged it looks, you know?
Yeah.
All the moss and the lichens growing on because this used to be polished. It used to be like a brand new countertop, completely smooth. But I prefer it like this. I think it looks better like this. So here's the intake. So all that debris is working its way this way, creating a skimming effect. Got some beautiful iris here, horsetail reed, some ferns. Like, this is pretty normal to get like volunteer ferns that just kind of pop up. You can see how they've popped up all over the feature. He said that this is just a volunteer that kind of popped up, but it's kind of like the showpiece of this area, isn't it? It's really beautiful.
Yeah. Looks like a New Zealand fern.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? So this is a fire and water feature, so you can turn the fire on and light this on fire and kind of spills over into the pond. Then we've got the waterfall kind of working its way up here. So what kind of technical features does this have? Well, that's what's great about this feature is it's so basic, you know, there's not too much going on. It kind of takes care of itself. That's the ecosystem process, right?
Yeah.
So essentially we have the pumps drawing in all the water, so anything that floats will suck into the intake-based skimming system over here, and it gets pumped up through the upflow bog filtration system, and then, well, there's a huge lizard over there.
It's super low tech, really.
Yeah, it's very basic, it's low tech, there's not many moving parts, you know? I hate those water features that you have to go in and turn valves and check pumps and clean filters. Like, this is not what I like to build. I like to build things like this. They're easy to maintain. You know, you have a pump that does 90% of the work. So, yeah, I love it.
I imagine maintenance literally just looks like scoop the leaves out.
Basically,
Yeah.
And then you get, once in a while, you got to do a full clean out. But like I mentioned, I can only remember doing it 2 times, but we may have done the 3rd time because it's been 10 years.
Yeah. And honestly, like, you know, it's good to get a clean out every now and then to remove extra nutrients, but the amount of plants and everything this has and the natural mosses, I think it would look great even if it, you
Well,
once every
obviously,
5 years.
yeah. I mean, then that. I think I love how he's growing. He uses the streams for growing areas for new plants too. So it's very much a hobby as well. I mean, it's just there's so many great highlights to this project. It's just so fun.
It really is. Yeah, it's rejuvenating, I guess.
It is, and there's personality too, right? You got the dragon fountain, all the different flowers, and yeah, it's great. He chose not to do koi. He probably could have had koi, no problem, but he has the goldfish, and he literally does nothing. He doesn't feed them. He doesn't do anything. He just lets them swim around, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
They've been in from day one, the goldfish.
I guess they breed in here themselves.
There is a lot more than there 10 years ago, for sure.
But it looks like stock, basically perfect. I guess they kind of regulate their own species to some extent. Population.
I don't think so. I think the plants and the filtration system, and they're so small that it can accommodate quite a few fish.
Yeah.
There's more. There's another water feature. We got to check that out too. Come on. All right, so we built this pondless waterfall a few years after we built the original feature. And the idea was just to create some curb appeal when you come up to the house, and also as a memorial for one of their pets. So. Fun to see a project that you built 10 years ago kind of evolve. I can't wait to see the ones we're doing now. I feel like I'm such a better pond builder now. I mean, this is amazing. This is really, really good. But I can't wait to see the ones we're doing now, what they're going to be like in 10 years, you know?
Yeah, totally.
But this is unbelievable. Thank you, the homeowners, for letting us come and visit your property. Thank you guys for watching. This is Connor. I'm Joe with Black Koi Water Features. Have a good night.